A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel. In this channeling session, I'm going to be talking to someone, or rather, I would say that I'm channeling a person who has destroyed the karmic's negative intention and taken back their energy that was otherwise stuck with the karmic. So this is a very interesting and very important channeling for anyone who's working on karmic release. Please understand that karmic is not just a person, karmic is also an energy, and there are many people around you who possess this energy, and you need to decode this energy. You need to understand this energy really well, because karma is the unspent energy that you have not understood fully. So when anybody who is on the ascension journey learns to decode this karmic energy which is present in their life since childhood, they've had to deal with it, because most people are very scared. They're living in fear-based, low vibrational energies. These low vibe energies are the very reason why most people do the things they do out of the fear. They think that whatever their life is, or whosoever they are, and I mean to say the physical identity of these people, according to them, this physical identity is permanent identity, and everything that's happening around them is purely for survival. So when a masculine, say a runner masculine or a chaser masculine, most commonly it is seen that those who run or those who are looking for escape, they turn into, or they will hand themselves over into the arms of a karmic person, which we term as karmic relationship. The reason why these relationships are called karmic relationships, because they don't come out from soul, they don't come out from your pure energy. It is coming out from karma, and karma is what most people, maximum people, are stuck in. This is the very reason why people are born on planet Earth. So many people are just repaying or returning their karma, or via karma they are trying to understand the nature of illusion, the nature of Maya, because once they are able to decode illusion, then only they can experience truth, a life which is full of truth, a lifestyle which is full of truth. And truth is love, because once you know what truth is, then it's very easy for you to experience love. Before that, people are just stuck in falsehood, and falsehood creates low vibrational energies. It's all about survival. People are just trying to survive. Nobody is existing, nobody is just being. All of them are just trying to survive, make the ends meet, or just be happy somehow. So the runners are always trying to look for some escapism or look for some easy way out, a shortcut. They're always doing that. So they look for a person who can provide them that type of safety. So in a way, yes, they are going through a lot of pain and misery, but because of narcissism, they are not reflecting it. And if you are experiencing all of this, you are also in your narcissistic energies. But the only difference between a hardcore narcissist and an empath is that the empath will recognize those issues, because you have been raised by so many narcissistic people, and the world is so narcissistic that they tried very hard to turn you also into a narcissistic person. But you cannot be that person. It's very hard for you to be that person. Maybe you try for a couple of years, maybe you've tried to live that life, but you were very unhappy. You were always complaining, you were always cribbing, you're always saying, no, I don't like this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. And because you were so difficult with them, they labeled you the black sheep. They said that this is a difficult person. In reality, if someone is an actual black sheep, they would take care of that person. They are master manipulators, so they can get away with a lot of things. But you can't do that. You can't lie, you can't pretend, you can't cheat, you can't even do ass licking, or you can't be truly diplomatic. Because see, most of the narcissistic people don't know what diplomacy actually is. For example, let me explain it to you. Diplomats are people who are so friendly. They are so friendly that even if they sit with the enemy won't do anything. The enemy won't harm them. They can act as great messengers. As per the stories of Puranas, or even when we talk about Mahabharata, we see that Lord Shri Krishna was a very good diplomat. Wherever he went, people would listen to him. Not because he was an ordinary diplomat, but he was a very powerful diplomat. Nobody wanted to mess with him. Nobody could mess with him. His own cousin Shishupal tried to mess with him, and I had shared this story in one of the channelings actually. And that's it. After 100 sentences or 100 phrases which were demeaning Krishna, his head was cut off by Krishna. 100 times he could do it, but not after that. So people saw it. People saw that as much as Krishna is sweet and nice and loving, and he plays the flute, and he's this poet and he's this smiling person all the time, he's also miraculous and magical. If he gets angry, he's not going to give any other chance to the person who's like really crossed their boundary or who's just thinking that they're too smart. Another person who was a great diplomat was Lord Hanuman. Another person who was a great diplomat, Narad. Narad was a celestial being. He still is a celestial being, because all celestial beings, they continue to live. He could go and hang out with the demons. He could go and hang out with the divine beings. He could go and hang out with the human beings. He still can. He can go to any dimension. He can travel anywhere, and nobody questions him ever. And not only that, why these people are considered to be so intelligent is not because they are biased and they play some games. It's because they always take a stand for the truth. For example, Hiranyakashyap, who was very known, very popular demon lord, but he was a very evil. He was a pure evil person, and he was always killing people. He was also known to be cannibal. He was like this power hungry demon, okay? He had very big ego. So he was a problem for the divine beings, for the human beings. He was a problem in every dimension. And this is the story of the golden age. It is much before Treta had happened. So all the divine beings basically thought of a plan, and there was no way to defeat him. There was no way to defeat him. Literally, there was no way to defeat him. They tried everything out. He was so damn powerful. Plus, what he did was he got into penance. He did penance for many, many years. And because of those penances, he got boons. Hiranyakashyap got boons by Shiva as well as by Brahma. Shiva granted him the boon that he would have unrivaled combat prowess, exceeding skill in the use of bow and other weapons, as well as the powers of all gods, including Indra, Yama, Kubera, Surya, Agni, Vayu, Som, Varuna. And Yama is the god of death. So it was really impossible to kill him or defeat him or overthrow his tyranny or his rulership. And then Hiranyakashyap also got boon by Brahma that he could not be killed by human or animal from inside or outside, by day or by night. And on top of that, he said that no weapon could ever harm him. So how would this man be overthrown? And he's pure evil. He's causing a lot of havoc, and he has created like negative energy everywhere when he was there. So the divine beings thought that why don't we kidnap his pregnant wife and we don't allow his child to be born. And they did the wrong thing, and Narad was not happy with it. Narad Muni was not happy with it. So Narad Muni actually saved his wife. Not only he saved his wife, he protected his wife. He said to the divine beings that she's under my protection and I'm not going to let you guys kidnap her. I'll take care of her. So despite being on the side of divine being, despite being a celestial being, Narad Muni did not accept what was wrong. And this is the only reason why Hiranyakashyap's wife was so happy. And she was a godly woman. Even though she was married to him and she was also his Shakti, but she was also a godly woman. She was also a very lovely person. She was an innocent woman, and she was a woman of truth, basically. She did not agree with her husband. She used to tell her husband that don't do this, don't do that, but she was not like Mandodari, who would just stand in front of Ravan and tell him don't do this, like in a very bold way. She was not that bold. But she was so sweet and so enchanting that Hiranyakashipu could never say no to her for anything. When she was pregnant and when she was rescued by Narad Muni, she had this desire to give birth to her son in his ashram. She was like, this is the best place because he's a Muni, he's a very knowledgeable being, he's a man of truth, and my child, if my child is born under his care or even in his presence, my child is going to be a godly man, man or woman, and he or she would be the best child because Narad Muni would be the teacher. If someone can be so intelligent, so wise, and I resonate so much with this person, with his energy, then definitely I should stay in this ashram and give birth to my child here. And while she was pregnant, while Prahlad was in her womb, she was in touch with Narad Muni, and Narad Muni would do the chants and Prahlad would listen in his mother's womb. And right in the womb, he started chanting those very powerful mantras and he automatically started generating divine energies. So Hiranyakashipu does come. Even Hiranyakashipu used to trust Narad Muni. He did not trust any other divine being or any other such celestial being, but he trusted Narad Muni. So he came to fetch his wife. First he thanked him like, you're so great, you're so wonderful, you saved my wife, you did the right thing. The divines were doing the wrong thing. You did the right thing, you saved her. So I'm going to take her back to my palace. So Narad said, yeah, why don't you take her back? It's all right. And she was the one who said, no, my dear husband, I don't want to go with you right now. I want to raise my child in this ashram. So not only she gave birth to Prahlad in that ashram, but she also raised him over there. And so Prahlad became the biggest actually devotee of Vishnu later on. And he was the prime reason why Hiranyakashipu was killed. He was the main reason. Because Prahlad became so devotional that he did not see Hiranyakashipu as just a biological father. He also saw that he was doing something wrong, and he is not, just by being my biological father, he cannot be a father because he does not have the qualities of the right father, of the correct father, of the right provider. And his father tried to kill him on many occasions because he was sick of this child's devotion. Later on, his own father became someone who wanted to murder him. So this is when it was Vishnu who comes in his protection. So it was a very interesting story, and I have seen this story many times in my childhood because I loved watching Vishnu Puran, and then I used to read about it, and there were many movies I had watched of Bhakt Prahlad. Bhakt means devotee, and it was Narsimha who appears out of the pillar. He's enraged in ripping open the belly of this demon, and the perfect timing is decided upon. So I'm just going to explain this part to you, and then I'll jump back into the channeling message. Although this is also the story is part of this downloaded message, so that you understand that karma, no matter how powerful you are, once the karma is done with, once it's complete or it has overflown from the threshold, from the required or the given threshold, there is no such thing as, required evil. But they say, okay, this much is allowed, 10% you can do. But when the person is doing 20%, just like Shishupal, he was given the option of literally insulting Krishna 100 times. He could have just stopped over there, but he did not. Same thing was done by Hiranyakashipu. So when finally Hiranyakashipu got very angry with his son Prahlad, who was a devotee of Vishnu, even though his father threatened his life because of it, one day the demon challenged Prahlad and he kicked a stone pillar and asked him, if your God is omnipresent, the way you say, God is everywhere, God is in everything, God is in every particle, well, if your God is omnipresent, then he must be present in the pillar also. So Prahlad said yes. So Hiranyakashipu laughs at Prahlad and he says, oh really? So he breaks down this pillar because he's very powerful, he could do that. And there Vishnu emerges from the pillar in the form of a man lion. So he's neither an animal, neither a human being, he's in between. And He slew the demon at the dusk on the threshold. Threshold is neither inside, neither outside, just on the entrance of the door. So this incident is shown in many art painting forms, and where Narsimha is appearing out of the pillar, or he is ripping open the belly of the demon, because he could not be killed with any weapon, so he was killed with the nails of Narsimha, who was in a half lion, half man form. So these interesting stories are given in Purana, where you can see how actual diplomatic people work. Now, when we have negative diplomatic people, these are the people who are the manipulators, these are the people who are schemers, plotters, and they're always on the side of negativity. That's why they have the karmic energy. And one of the examples that's coming to my mind right now is of Shakuni. Shakuni was really a master manipulator, but he was so negative, he was so greedy, he was so angry. He himself had a lot of issues with his own insecurity, because he used to limp, and because he had some other thoughts, so he hovered around with his own sister. He never really left her after the marriage, and once the sister's 100 children were born, he started poisoning their minds, and he started telling the kids, even when they were really small, that you are the king, you should get the throne, you should be the king in the coming times, not your cousin brothers. And there's a whole story of Mahabharata that you must read, or you must listen to, or you must watch if you get the opportunity, because Srimad Bhagavad Gita is also a part of Mahabharata. So my dear friends, these karmic people, their biggest flaw is that they don't even know how to be a good diplomat. They don't have those friendly energies, or they don't have the humor, or they don't even know when to become bold and strong. And people in ascension, this is one of their major lessons, actually, to know. And that's why we say the twin flame energy means two opposite polar energies coming into balance. So when these dualistic energies become a singular one energy, when they enter the zone of one love, that's when your ascension journey is in completion. Before that, even in the stage of union, it's more about blending the two energies. And when it is harmony, before that there is harmony. So harmony is about, okay, you accept people, you accept their flaws, but you also get a little bit hurt sometimes, but it's not like you will get into a separation mode. If you call those people ever, or if they call you ever, you'll pick the phone and they'll pick the phone. If you tell them, hey, I'm in trouble, I need you, they will come to you. Even though you may not be talking to them, you're not chatty with them, because some of the people, they're meant to remain in harmony stage with you because of their karmic collection, because of their karmic debt, and because of the contract they have with you. But you would be in a friendly state with them because they understand you and you understand them. In the sense, you understand the karma, you understand the karmic reason why they were in your life. It's not about I want this person. Okay, so I personally can share a lot of these stories of my own people, the karmic relationships, how they became harmonious relationship, or how people came back, or how you understand the union stage. But you guys have to get into a personal session with me for that, because these personal talks should help you in your personal journey if it is required. Otherwise, for your personal situations, to solve your personal situations, for hand holding and for therapy, for healing these karmic wounds, I have couple of therapies like releasing karmic patterns, releasing karmic partners. If all of you feel, or some of you feel, that you keep attracting karmics in your life, or you are in relationship with someone and they keep attracting karmics and you are in big trouble because of that, then you can take that therapy. It will really help you. The most important therapy I feel is chakra alignment, because that has been so helpful. Anyone who's taken it, they've always become very independent. They've started enjoying their life, even though they know that life is full of challenges, but at least they are very strong now. They can go deeper into this because metaphysics is very deep. And yes, they do come back when they go like, I want to study metaphysics now, because it's the taste. It's the taste. Once you taste unconditional love, once you taste this type of knowledge, then you cannot help. It takes time for some people because it's not going to happen in a day or two. And I totally understand that, and I'm very happy with all of those people who are doing inner work and people who are serious about ascension. When I look at the number of people who are viewing these videos, or when I look at the number of people who are present on this channel, I am really, really happy, and I'm very grateful, because this is a pretty good number, without doing any marketing, without doing any promotions. This is a pretty good number if you have gotten attracted towards this content. Because see, most people on YouTube are doing marketing, they are promoting their content, and that's how they attract so many people. And again, this is not right or wrong, I'm just generally sharing my opinion, that if all of you are naturally attracted towards this content via your intuition, it means you are doing inner work. You really want to learn, and that's a great thing, because your job here, you are volunteering on planet Earth to raise the frequency of this planet in transitional times. You are born in transitional time, which means from dark ages we are moving into age of ascension. And this transitional time is very, very important, because this is where the expectations are going to be set. This is where the path is going to be created. This is where the foundation is going to be built. And no building can be built if the foundation is not strong. So you all are here to build a strong foundation, and that you can only do by entering golden age even before it's time for planet Earth to enter golden age. Like a lot of ascended masters go through this experience, a lot of people who are volunteers, so they experience the golden age within themselves. Okay, even if they are born in the transitional times, because golden age, there's a lot of time for golden age. The Satyug is going to appear after many years on this planet, but a lot of people are already born on this planet who are experiencing, or who are on the path of experiencing Satyug. So that's why you don't like the materialistic shit, or you can decode the materialistic shit and things will change. I know it annoys you, it frustrates you. Sometimes the things that you see around you in the media, in the common people's lifestyle, in the way people live, what they eat, what they drink, what they think, it annoys you. Like, how can you be so blind? How can they all be so blind? How come they cannot see the illusion? How come they cannot see that on the face value, on the face, everything is so sweet and shiny, but behind there's so much evil? Why can't they see it? Same is the problem when you meet the karmics. Like, you don't meet the karmics, you obviously find out about them through another person, but when you interact with the karmic, you can easily, clearly see what the karmic is up to, what their business is. But other people can't see, especially those who are close to you, especially those who are, in your life, and they are so enamored by the karmic. So you go like, why these people can't see? Are they stupid? Are they dumbasses? Are they blind? Or what is their problem? Are they really so miserable? Yes, they are miserable. They don't know about it, and you need to understand it. And then only you can show compassion to them. When you become compassionate towards them, that's when you start understanding what harmonization is all about. Because compassion does not mean it's compassion towards the other person. The first person you show kindness and compassion to is to your own self. You gotta tell yourself that, hey, you're doing fine. I know you cry, I know you're sad, I know you feel lonely, but it's all right. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna learn the best lessons of the life, and you will realize that you're not lonely. You're alone maybe, but you're not lonely. And you're here for something big. You're here for something meaningful. You're not here to waste your time. And slowly and gradually, when the gifts come to you, then you don't need all of this convincing. Trust me. But to be ready, but to be prepared, you gotta be open for it. If you're not going to accept pain, because see, these karmics, the karmic energy will give you a lot of pain. You'll feel like your heart is shattering. You'll feel like you're literally getting a mini heart attack sometimes. You'll feel like you've skipped a breath sometimes. You'll find out certain things. When the runner runs away, whether you're a man or a woman doesn't matter. All men and women, they experience this, okay? When the runner runs away, they do such shady things. They do such cheap things. They do such bad things. You feel like so disgusted by them. You feel, and still you love them, and that disgusts you more about yourself. Like, this person is doing so many bad things to me, but still I'm not able to let it go. Let him or her go. I'm still so attached with this person. I'm still waiting for this person. I'm still hoping one day they'll change. I'm not upset that they're disrespecting me. I'm not upset. Even though I'm upset, still I'm thinking that they'll change and they'll love me or they'll be with me, and you still want them. So that kind of hurts you more about your own self sometimes. So here, as per this channeling session, I'm being told the download is that there is a big change in the person who I am channeling for, or whose energy I'm channeling, whosoever you are. I'm being shown that this person has figured out to a great extent the game of the karmic, because it's a very stupid game. It's a game of insecurity, it's a game of manipulation, it's a game of politics. And whenever people play this game, they only fall flat on their faces. And the same thing happens to the runner. The runner who's running after a beautiful dream, they feel that the karmic is going to give them whatever they desire, but the devil never gives anything. It's the nature of the devil to cheat. It's the nature of the devil to backbite. It's the nature of the devil to always break their promises. Devil always tries to trap people. So the karmic who's ruled by the devil, they always have a deal. They always have something in their mind. They always want something in return. And it is so obvious to the divine masculines and the divine feminines, and then to the people who are in the blended energies. But it's not visible to those who are in the runner-chaser energies. The chaser continues to fear, the chaser continues to feel that if this person is not in my life, how will I survive? How will I do this? How will I do that? They have even told me, sometimes people in chaser energy have told me that, hey, we were in a mission, we were doing something so nice, but this person ran away and now I'm left behind and I can't do it by myself. Yes, you can. You are supposed to do it by yourself. You are supposed to be independent. You are not supposed to be codependent. You are supposed to fulfill your mission and your duty, and you're supposed to be a volunteer individually, independently. And only then you will attract the same type of energy. When you are so codependent on the runner, you will obviously attract a person who's also codependent on the karmic reality. Whether it's a person, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a family, whether it's anything, money, fame, recognition, power, lust, they will be codependent. Then that's why they have addiction patterns. And they will be very nice on the face. They will be very beautiful to look at. They will know. They always know how to talk, how to dress up. They're socially very nice. Socially, they look very presentable. You can treat them like a trophy partner. They are much better than a trophy partner because they make you feel so nice. But when they realize that you are codependent, or when they realize that you're going to make them do a lot of work, especially inner work, they don't want to do that. Trust me. Because they are not secure. Only secure people can do inner work. Only strong people can do inner work. Only people who are lover of truth can do inner work. Only twin flame, star seed, light workers, all those people who are on ascension, whatever label you want to give them, you can give it to them. These type of godly men and women, they are the ones who are going to do inner work. Every Tom, Dick and Harry cannot do inner work. And there are so many Tom, Dicks and Harrys everywhere. There are so many karmics. This is a planet which is overpopulated with 8.5 billion people. So definitely there are many karmics right now. And that's why we see so many natural calamities. That's why we see so many of these problems, earthquake, pollution, diseases. This is not the way a human being is supposed to live. Human beings otherwise have a very long life. They are very inner work oriented. They are very mission oriented. They are very truth oriented. Right now, even humanity is distorted. The human beings are not even human beings. They're all possessed by demonic agents, most of them. So to be living in this world, and to living with your head high, and to be walking on this face of the earth like you mean it, and when you walk, when you talk, talk and act, or when you be who you are, no demonic agent can fool you, manipulate you. They'll distance themselves from you. So if some of them are actually running away from you, it's happening for a reason. They cannot tolerate your truth, your innocence, your purity. They cannot tolerate your vibes. You are giving them a migraine, okay? So they cannot tolerate it. And you, by being codependent on them, you are getting a migraine because of that. So don't give yourself a migraine, your own self. You don't deserve to go through that. This is all symbolic. The way I say migraine means unnecessary pain and guilt. So if you study the medicine world, or if you study energy work, you will find out that when you get headaches or migraines, it happens because of indigestion. It happens because of guilt. Because migraines are connected to your gut. And when you cannot digest an idea, a concept, a thought, a truth, it gives you some kind of a guilt trip. And guilt trip leads to headaches. And severe headaches are called migraines. So a lot of people in the ascension journey go through pains, aches. They go through these situations because they are not letting it go. They're not letting those ideas and thoughts go, or they're not able to digest that, yes, this is happening. Yes, there are people like this. Yes. And then sometimes they go on a personal self-inflicted guilt trip also, where they are constantly blaming themselves. Like, why didn't I do this? Why was I so blind? First, they are suffering and they are miserable. And then when the illumination process kicks in and they realize that, oh my God, this is the truth and that is falsehood, when they can discriminate and when they can act with discernment and they can recognize the karmic patterns, then for some time, some of them, I have noticed it personally, I've seen it, they will be on a guilt trip. Like, why did I do this? Why did I say this? Why did I not say this? Why did I act like this? They look at their self, their old selves, and they'll be like, oh my God, I was cringy AF, this was cringy, this was super cringy. They feel that I overshared, or they feel, so they go on a guilt trip, but they don't understand that it's okay. You make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's fine to make mistakes if you're learning from your mistakes. If you keep repeating the same mistakes, if you go on a guilt trip, if you keep saying, oh, I did this, it will not really solve anything. Okay, so in this channeling, I'm being shown people who are solving it or who have solved it. So what has happened is, like, I'll tell you how karmics get their energy. Karmics usually get their energy by making a divine masculine or a divine feminine feel, or people who are on the path of ascension feel like they are losers, they are not good enough. And the karmic will make you feel that they are better than you, or you have some pattern where you feel the karmic is better than you. But with time and with inner work, you realize that karmic is just an illusion, or that person is living an illusion. And by doing so, you take your energy back. Either you have good friends with you, either you are a person, who's very strong, either you understand it just after going through a lot of pain. When you've gone through so much pain that the pain cannot do any more harm to you. Like, you've experienced it fully. And you've seen it from all nooks and corners. You've perceived it properly. You understand the nature of pain. So now the pain is just pain for you. It does not have any other meaning. That's when you figure out that this karmic is stupid to the core and they have no idea, they're insecure, they are really miserable, and I must bless them, but I want to create my healthy boundaries. And if they have done too much harm, then okay, they should go for the lesson. They should also, go through whatever they deserve to go through. You'll not feel very bad about it. When you see them suffering because of their own wrongdoings, you'll be like, all right, you did this. You will always reap what you sow. So you should not have sown all of these bad products, all of these things that you're reaping right now. Sometimes the runner comes back. Many times the runner comes back, and the runners are always apologetic, and they will not initially straight away apologize. They will not bring a change on the table. They'll not come with like a strong determination, or they'll still not leave the karmic energies. They're still in the karmic zone, and as per their nature, they want to always have something to hold on to. They cannot take an individual independent step. So they have the karmic hovering around, and they'll still hover around you. They'll say sorry, not directly, but they'll say, oh yeah, you know what, I'm going through a lot in life, I'm suffering a lot. So they'll try to gain sympathy. So God is also testing you at that point in time, that will you get fooled by them, or would you be disciplined and act with discernment? So if you say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear about it, but well, you are the one who chose it, so enjoy. I can't help you because this is what you chose. And if you want me to do the wrong things for you, That's not happening. Or you'll be very straightforward with them. You'll ask them directly, like, why are you contacting me? Why are you calling me? Or why are you coming here to meet me? What's your scene like? What do you want from me? Even if they tell you things like, I love you, I made a mistake, I should have been with you. Oh, great, thank you so much. But are you with someone or not? Oh, yes, I am with someone. Then you please be loyal to that person. At least be loyal to someone. You'll have that much guts. You'll be that bold. And you'll have a smile on your face. And imagine when you're having this type of conversation with someone who had so much power over you that they could make you do anything for them. They cannot make you do anything for them now. On the contrary, you are the one who's dictating it to them, literally. You're the one who's telling them that if you want to hang out with me, or if you want to do this or do that, then please pull up your socks and please be a better person. At least be a truthful, sincere person. And without even, pushing the information, because when you're not in your power zone, when you're not in your Shakti, then you are trying to convince people. You'll be like, okay, do this, please do this, you should do this, you must do it. You're forcing your ideas and thoughts on people. But when you are in your power, you don't force anyone to do anything. You just give the information and you move on. You don't waste your time and energy in being like, you should do this, you must do this, okay, this is how you do it, come here. And you keep pestering them, you keep calling them, you keep messaging them, you keep arguing with them. You won't do any of that. If someone doesn't agree with you, you'll be like, okay. Because see, you are already living that life. So for people, you're not just giving them a lecture. You're not just giving them like, yeah, you should do this, you should do that, but you're not doing it. So when people are, in the beginning, the initial stages of the twin flame journey, they have a lot of fights and arguments with their own people, with the family members, with the friends, they're trying to tell them that you should do this, you should do that. And the family people will turn around and say, well, you're not doing it. If you're not doing it and you're not able to do it, you're still living off of us, you're still depending on us, you don't have control on your emotions, you're always complaining, crying, cribbing, whatever. How can you expect us to follow your path? So that doesn't work. But when you are an independent, very powerful individual, when you are a giver and you are integrated with the source, your lifestyle will speak volumes about who you are. And your confidence will speak, because your confidence is not coming from the books or the videos or the reading material or the whatever content you have. Your confidence is coming from your lifestyle. You're living it. You're not just talking about eat healthy, sleep healthy, be healthy, wake up in the morning, exercise. You're doing it. And when you do it, you don't have to convince other people. They can see it. They can see you live healthy, you'll eat healthy. You're a strong person, you're a bold person, you're doing this, it reflects automatically. And that's why I tell all of you, the best way to heal your life is to heal your solar plexus. It's right behind your navel. Your navel is the place where everything starts. It's like your giver. So the solar plexus, the Manipur chakra, can heal all of your chakras. Chakras are already healed. It will heal you so that you are aligned with the chakras. You get aligned with the chakras, and it will help you in the energy flow. All of your 72 nadis will be lit up. You will be so amazing, so confident, so wise, so knowledgeable, but not just giving lectures or knowledge, but also living it. Knowledge is useless if you don't live by it, or if you don't practice it, or if it is not a part of you. Okay. So on this note, I'm going to close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. You can check out the Patreon link, the Amazon Kindle link for the book In the Name of Love. And you can also, as I told you, check out the description box, but there is a friendly disclaimer. Please do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, whether you book a personal reading session or you take a therapy. So we have a step-by-step procedure for it, which we need to follow, because this is energy work. This is not going to the psychiatrist, writing down your problem and giving you a couple of pills. This is not how it works. Okay. So I'll see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.